Voice of United Rock Nations. We're an amazing company here with Marmozets in France, in Paris. How are you?
Good.
Very well, happy to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, knowing what you know, now it's coming January. How is your feeling about that?
Super excited. We've been working hard on it. It's been done a while as well, so we've been sort of sat on it for
Absolutely.
months now. So
We just want it out already, but the time and place is the key, and it's going to be like a little treat for everyone after Christmas. So it's nice, and it's a new start for us for that year. So there should be a load of exciting things coming, and we're going to be coming back to play in February in Paris.
The 17th February.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So it's now 3 years between the first album and the new one. Well, I know that you have some surgery, but is that the only reason of the delay between the first and the second album?
Not entirely. I mean, we were obviously Becca had to get operations done, and she was out for a while, and that was sort of a difficult period for everyone, especially Becca, obviously, because it was her knees. It's not my knees or anyone else's knees. So, you know, that was a tough time, and I think as well, we're learning now even more so. Like when we were touring the first album, we weren't writing on the road or anything like that. We were just sort of more of like, we were busy and we were touring a lot, and we were sort of just more preoccupied with doing shows and enjoying that rather than thinking, oh, we need to write another record. It just wasn't even in the back of our minds really until we came back and we were like, oh.
It's now 1 year or 2 years after.
Yeah, we've toured, we need to write an album and beat the first one, you know. We want it to be better, we want to, you know, and it was sort of just exploring new ideas for us and sort of gathering up inspiration from not much and sort of not much, but then from the travels as well. But it was a bit like, oh.
And we got to have loads of quality family time, which was good.
Yes,
You know, you miss out so much, and we're such a family-orientated bunch of people. Like,
Yeah.
we love family; it's the heart of everything. So it's like, it's cool. It's been cool, just being able to like cook food, laugh, watch movies, just simple things. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The simple things that everyone loves. So
It's necessary after.
So it was.
Yeah,
so
we were touring a
necessary.
lot, so it was nice to sort of get back and chill and sort of do not much for a bit, and then sort of went back in writing and wrote a lot of songs, like 50 or 60 songs or something ridiculous, and then sort of kind of scrapped most of them and then just wrote the last sort of, I think it was like 14 songs, wasn't there? And then we sort of dropped one of them, we had 13, we recorded all of them, and that's what is the album.
Yeah.
But they were the best of a lot of songs for sure.
I would like to give you my first impression when I listened to the new album. The first one was very fresh, spontaneous. It was new kind of music, I think, for me. Would you say that the new one is the album of the maturity?
Yeah, we've definitely, I mean, we were saying this before, when we recorded the first album, I think I was like 18 years old, you were 19 years old, so we were still,
24, 25,
so we were like young.
We've had many birthdays and learnt a lot of things in between that. So maturity comes with growing, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And, but you can choose not to. Some people would choose not to. But we're still the same, we're just a bit older. That's it.
Not so older.
And a bit wiser, I think, as well. So.
I have two questions about this new album. The first impression I had is the way you sing. My impression is that it's more controlled, the way you sing. Tell me more about my impression I have listening to this new album.
Obviously, every song is very different, and so I approach the song different with whatever emotion or whatever story the song comes from. So it's like a bunch of personalities for sure, and that's why you can hear the difference.
Exactly.
But every day, you know, I've been working hard. Like I would be doing like an hour warm up and training, and you just kind of end up doing stuff that you didn't think you were capable of because you're constantly pushing yourself. So I guess I kind of realised that I can be a singer in the industry. I think I've got a shot, and I'd really like to have a go at it. So it's like I just went for it, and I just gave my all, which is what I always do.
Yeah.
You know, for live performances or whatever. It's like, so yeah, I had so much fun, like just being me and just being able to get all my stuff out.
And the second impression I had is about the songs. There are most melodic parts on the new songs than the previous album. Is that a natural evolution? Tell me more about also the...
Yeah, I think it definitely is a natural thing that happened. It's like I say, when we were writing the first one, we were just like, blah, blah, just playing whatever. It's like, this sounds crazy, let's do that, sounds cool. Whereas sort of in the gap, you sort of learn more about songs in general as you write more as well, and sort of like the tempos of songs. And we were sort of more focused on like melody and sort of groove, I think, with this album, rather than let's try to give people headache and try to work out what time signature the song is for the hell of it. You know, we sort of just like, let's just, you know, it's more melody driven, I think, this album as well. We sort of, as sort of the band half of it rather than the vocal half of it, have sort of not sat back but just given the vocals so much more room.
It's more fun for everyone to
but it's better for it's better for everyone, and the songs there, rather than sort of, I don't know, not that they weren't songs, but you know, they're sort of proper songs, if that makes sense now.
It's a lot more control and you can feel it. Do you know what I mean?
There's that more space there.
It takes you on the journey, do you know what I mean? Each song goes somewhere, it's not just boring, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they were more, like I said, we'd written a lot of stuff on this album around melody lines and stuff like that, and around vocal parts. So even if it was a part that was written on guitar that would change into a vocal part or something, then you're putting chords behind it to sit behind it, rather than like riffs and then try and fit a vocal over it, because then you're limited to what you can do. You know, there was so much more space on this one, and that's just, like I said, just through writing a lot and working it out, and
being inspired all the time. You know, the festival seasons, you end up seeing bands, you walk past the stage and you're like, who the heck are you? Do you know what I mean? It's like you're constantly always getting inspired by other artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like stealing, but you're just like, okay, your ears are opened up more to new sounds and rhythms.
You changed also the producer of the album. The first album was recorded with Larry. It's a hardcore guy. But then the new producer Jill Norton works with Pixies, Foo Fighters. It's more rock than metal. Is that also the reason why the album sounds different?
He's had. Well, I mean, it's not down. I think it sounds different because it's a different producer, and we sort of, I don't know. They both sort of treat it differently, I guess, and they both have different ideas completely. And they're both great in their own right, you know. With Gil, it was, I don't know.
It was a win-win. It was meant to be, you know. He liked us and we liked him, so it was like, let's work together. It was like literally as simple as that. And when we did decide to do that, it was magical for us. It was everything that we wanted it to be, and he was just the perfect guy for it. And the credibility of that band is just like the Pixies, Foo Fighters, you know.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid not to work with him.
So it's not the reason why the songs are...
The sound, no, not so, because there were songs that we'd written anyway, so... But Gil managed to sort of capture something I don't think anyone else really can.
And we'd explain how we wanted it to sound, and then it would happen.
You'd be like, we want this to sound massive, and it'll be like, cool, and you're like, whoa, fair enough. Like it just sounds huge, the whole sound of it. That's down to like the way he records stuff, and so if he records stuff in a different way, completely to how we'd done before. We'd done it all completely individually, even without other members in the room. And you're recording stuff to click track, and then you're listening back at the end of the week. We're all like, what have we actually recorded? Like, what songs have you done? We didn't know what was going on for a while. It was like weird. Then it gets to the end of the week, and he just like pressed play and played whatever song, and we're like, oh, he'd like put it all together, and you're like, whoa, okay, this is like, weird. Yeah, because we were getting a bit worried at one point, like, what have we done?
We had full trust, but it was a bit like, where are we? Like,
yeah, we didn't know where. It wasn't.
What have you done? It's
like, it wasn't like drums, bass, guitar,
yes.
You know, week each, whatever. It was like,
it's compact.
You do this, cool. A couple of days off now, like, all right, okay. What have you done? I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit confusing, but it came together, and yeah.
So just before you talk about the writing process, how many songs you wrote and how many songs you selected to go to the into the album? Well, you wrote 20 songs. I don't know.
Well, it was a weird one because like on the first record, say we had like 20 songs, and we went in and demoed all of those, and then we kind of just worked out which songs we wanted to use, and then just went straight with that. This one was different. We did probably like say it's like 50 or 60 songs we'd written.
Yes.
Like a whole bunch of songs, and we had like, you know, taking bits out of other ones and try to Frankenstein them together and all. They did a lot of that, and it was just like, what are we doing? and we had just sacked all of them off and then just started again. And then we started again writing. It's literally the album that we have now. They were like the first like 13 songs that there's 12 on the record, there's 13 we recorded, and they're the sort of the ones that we've used and recorded. So it wasn't like try to pick out which is the best one to use. We just had 13 songs that we loved and we were like, right, let's use them, which was nice as well. So we were all on the same level. There was no arguments about which song we wanted, and and like, oh, I like this one. And we were all just like, cool, let's use these. These,
It's a collective songwriting process, or
yeah.
You?
No. It's completely. Every song's different the way we've always written. So there's songs where Becca and Josh have sat down in a room and got something down, and then there's songs where just Sam's done stuff. There's songs where it's just me and Sam, or me and Becca, or me, Sam and Becca, or Josh and Will have come up with that. It's all like that, but the song always gets sort of finalised with all of us together in a room.
Yes.
So we all have like ideas, we'll have like a strong idea for a song, it might be like 90%, but then when we're all together in the room, someone will come with like a little thing or a little idea, or and we're all very open to ideas from each other as well. We're not precious about our, if I've written a riff saying, someone's like, no, you need to change that bit, I won't be like, no, fuck off, I'm like, cool, yeah.
It's by song.
Yeah, it's not like that at all, there's no edge on us, so we're just like, it all comes together when we're all in the room, but ideas stem from sort of individuals or little packets of us in a sense, and gets smashed together, and then
voila.
That's
how it works. Yeah.
Et voila. So I have selected 3 songs that I want to talk about. The first one is Insomnia. It's a great song, pretty far from the energy, the usual energy of the band. Also, the way you sing on this song is very different from your usual performance. Tell me more about that song.
That song was...
The sound is basically, I walked in to where we were practicing and we were like, let's just do some recording today. We don't know what's going to happen. You had this guitar idea and we kept looping it, and I was like loving it. And I was having, for them couple of weeks prior, I wasn't sleeping well. It just wasn't just a bit all over the place, and I think it was with all the nerves and the pressure that was building, and I wasn't sleeping good at all, and I didn't know where I stood or do you know what I mean? So I was like, and I had a bunch of lyrics, and the one lyric that kept coming to mind was insomnia. So I started googling like exactly what insomnia is, and I was like, oh crap, I've got insomnia literally. And Joshua was suffering from it as well. Like, he's always on his laptop creating music. Like, I'll come down like at 3 a.m. to like maybe make a cup of tea or something, or some water, and he's still there on the laptop going like, dude, go to bed, we've got to be up. Like, it's just like constant. So we're well known for not sleeping as much as we should do, because it's just the way our brain works. But we're a lot better now, I'm fine. I do love my sleep. But I remember I walked in and the word insomnia was just on the back of my head, and I knew I was going through it, and I was like, I just literally walked up to them like, and I was just like, insomnia, just like singing it like that, just like completely
without music, without nothing else.
with this guitar riff going, okay. And then Sam was like, what did you just do? Or do that again, and then we recorded it, and then by the end of the day we had the song.
Yeah, it was like a little idea to start off with, wasn't it? And then we sort of just, it was like a little thing I did on GarageBand on my phone, and I was like, this is quite cool, what do you think, guys? Like, yeah, cool. We just sort of jammed out. It was really chilled, and we just did it in a room together. We had like this instrumental thing, and the structure was kind of, is exactly how it is now, but that was like all just like, yeah, let's just keep doing that, let's keep doing that, and like there was just this sort of big sort of blank canvas then for Becca to just do a thing over, and then we were just there working, there's like little bits, and we were like pointing to bits. It was like really exciting. So it's such like a chilled out kind of like a zony song. We were like, oh yeah! It was like complete contrast, Yes. But yeah, when we finished that was like, I listened to the demo of that we recorded actually on the way down yesterday. It's like, oh wow, it's like crazy. But again, the recording of it, because we did a quite good demo of it ourselves, and we were like, that's what we want it to sound like, that vibe, and then Gil just made that one sound terrible in comparison. It's like, he nailed it. So we're really happy with the song in itself anyway. It's one of my favourite songs I've ever written.
It's opened up a new door for us completely, and maybe being able to experiment and do more kind of similar things like that, because we found something that we really liked, and we were like, we dig this, we got so excited about it. And I just love how you can be so lost with not sleeping much, and then it can come into a song. Do you know what I mean? It's like literally that's what it is. Do you know what I mean?
And it's a great song.
Thank you so much.
The second song is Like a Battery. For me, it sounds different from the other songs. It seems that there is some keyboards on it.
Yeah.
It's the first time you use that kind of arrangement.
Yeah, I mean, that was another one where it was kind of a looping guitar riff originally.
It's not a keyboard, okay.
There is keyboards in the song, there's piano in the song. But that was just like a bit of a weird one writing it. It was just like an idea. I had basically two ideas. There's the chord progression in the chorus and the riff, and they were both in different keys. They were both meant for different songs completely. And we sort of managed to find a way of using a scale, which is like the hook, the ding, 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 which changes the key into the chorus. So it sort of shouldn't have worked, but it kind of did. We had this like loop, and it was very sort of dance music inspired in a way, but it ends up kind of sounding like the Beatles in the chorus weirdly. Like it sort of goes to this like really British sounding sort of.
It's a very British sounding song. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just about a bit of poverty and just how everyone just tries to get by. Do you know what I mean? It's like Sam wrote that one. He had all the lyrics to that, and I was like, I love it. Like it's like telling a story. Do you know what I mean? Type of thing. It's not so.
Yeah, it's one of the more, I think, probably the most sort of, try to word it properly, the song that's most about sort of normal British life, I guess.
Yeah.
And sort of, you know, giving people a chance and all that. And yeah, again, that's one that came out really well, we think. Because we messed around with that song for a while, didn't we? Different keys of it and everything.
We had the picture of how it should sound. It needed to be like boom, 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 boom. It was just like, and we got it. It took a while.
Yeah.
The last song I want to talk about, it's one of my favorites. It's Me and You. It's a really amazing song, very melancholic. Everything is wet on this song, from the clean guitars, very beautiful. The way you sing. Tell me more. It's a new song, it's a fantastic song.
Yeah, that was just. My nan is called Faith, and she passed away a couple of years ago. And when she passed away, we were on tour, and I managed to get back in time to see her. And I saw her, and I just knew that this is it. And later on that evening, my mum tried to call me, but I missed it. And then in the morning, she rang about 6:30 in the morning, and was like, "Your nan is gone." And it was horrible, and she was so close to us. And after that, we kind of just went straight back on tour, and then we came back and did the funeral, and I went straight back onto tour again. So I was being busy. I just didn't stop. Like I was like, I can't stop, because like we were onto something here as a band, and it was just like, and I didn't give myself any time to grieve over it at all. I had to cry and stuff, and I was just at home, and I was feeling I was healing after my operations, and so obviously I was a bit down. You know, it wasn't the best, brightest day that there was. And I was just thinking about my nana, and I was like, I'd love to write a song about her, because she's just like an extraordinary woman. And I just had the idea about her, because her name's Faith, and you know what faith is, and she had so much of it. And I was like, I need to write a song about my nana. And I was there, and instead of trying to write about all the good things, I was writing about exactly where I was there and then. And I was on the sofa, and I turned the TV off, and it just came into me, and I had this image of me and my nana dancing in heaven.
Oh, great.
And I was like, what a lovely thought just to come into my head, you know, in all this like pain of like wanting her right here. And so I just started, the lyrics just came then, and I was just like crying. It was like they were whispered into my head or something. Yes, that's what it felt like. It was like a really like magical moment. And Josh came in and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I've got the song about Nana." And he was like, "Okay." And then I started singing it, and he just starts putting chords over the top, and we were both just like crying, like just trying to write this song. So, and we were like, there we go, like, it's amazing how...
And you brought it in, didn't you, to everyone? We were all like, whoa, okay, we need to do this justice.
They're going to hate it. Like, I was like, this is so weird, and I didn't know what they were going to think, and then just played it to you, and you guys were like...
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great.
And then
we've had so many magical moments with that song. Like
it was like when we finished the song, or when we got the first, because Becca's vocal take's the second take she did.
Okay.
Was it the first? It's the first take, I think. It's just the first vocal take she went in and did, and we played it in the studio. We like as soon as the song finished, everyone just sat there in silence for about 3 minutes, just like, okay, oh, heavy. You know, it was heavy.
Listen to it. I couldn't. I went upstairs. Yeah, because it's just like I was still in that.
That
moment
feeling,
of it,
yeah,
yeah.
yes.
I just want everyone else to listen. And then I came back in, and there was one of our A&R guys, Roadrunner, Dave Rath,
Yeah.
amazing guy. He was there, and Mark, our manager, and both of them were just like, I think he like nearly cried. Like they were just quite blown away by it. And then who
Mixed it.
New York guy.
Michael Brower.
Michael Brower. His assistant was in the room, and when he heard that song, he cried as well. So I'm like, I just love it how music can be so touching, and like it can bring.
And the mix.
Most of that in people.
I understand why I had this feeling when I listened to the song, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
So now I have the. So let's talk about touring.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
The 17th February, you will be here in Paris.
Yes, we
what
will.
Can we expect from the new shows?
Oh.
Bring the love.
Bring the love, bring the good
love,
vibes.
the energy, the good vibes. We just want it to be a rad show and an environment of safety, and just everyone just to let loose and just be completely themselves, but on an extra level. Do you know what I mean? Like, just it's just going to be nice just to get to know everyone and see face to face.
I think it's our first tour as well that we'll do with the album out, I believe.
Yes.
So it's
January
end of
26th,
yeah.
and then we come out to Europe. It was like
So it's going to be super nice to be able to play the new songs that we've known for so long, that then people will have heard them because they'll have the album, so we'll be able to play the new songs and see what the reaction's like. That's always a really exciting thing for us as well, is seeing the reaction to new songs. That, because like on the previous tours, we just finished one in the UK, and like Habits, we've been playing that live, and obviously that's out, and it's going down maybe the best out of any of the songs, including the old ones in the set, and it's like
we're super excited to get the rest of
it's really exciting for us just to see.
We have more.
Yeah.
How many songs you will play from the new album?
On this one we did 5, including Playing Habits, which are already out, and then the top before we did 5 as well, and then this one we'll probably do maybe 7 or 8.
We'll go into practice before we go on tour, and we'll get like the set.
It'll be the majority. We'll do the opposite though. Well, it'll be the majority new album, obviously, and then just a couple of old bangers thrown in there off the first one. It'll be that, I think. So we're excited to start touring the album, definitely.
Right. So thank you. I have a surprise for you. I would like to say that this new album will be the album of the month on our media.
Oh,
because
thank
we
you.
love a lot. So in January, it will be the album of the month. It's
much.
really, really great album. We love a lot. So knowing what you know now, buy it when it will be released on 26th
Please.
January, and go to see Marmozets in concert 17 February.
Yes.
Le 17 février here in Paris. There is some festivals after that.
Yes, there will be.
In the summer.
Yes,
Probably
100%.
Fest.
Hopefully, I don't know what we're doing yet.
All the dates through yet, but we're going. Yep, we'll be there if we're going to be there. So
Yeah.
Download the Hellfest.
We'll see.
Why not?
We'll
Okay.
try
Hopefully.
and be everywhere that we can be. Obviously, we can't be everywhere at the same time.
We can try though.
We can try.
So thank you very much,
Thank you so much.
and hope you the best for this new album.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
So you guys are watching United Rock Nations. We're Marmozets, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And hopefully we'll get to meet face to face soon, I guess. Yeah.
Au revoir.
Wow.
Thank you.